doing today? Today, or whenever we get to see this, okay? It's Monday right now for me, 9:29. So we're gonna get into a little vibe. We're gonna do something different, a little different, more of like giving you some messages, and then we'll tap into, you know, let me do my check. Y'all know my check, okay? Loud, but gotcha. Okay, so you might have to turn me down. I'm trying to talk calm. Maybe because I'm still, working with the shoulder pains. But hello. You are tapping into Dreams, Desires, Ascensions. Hold on. Okay. Dreams, Desires, Ascensions. The DDA tribe. My name is Deasia. Welcome. Yes. Got my whole shoulder, the whole body, the whole shoulder. Like what? But nah. Okay. But let's tap into something. Want to drop some little messages to you. Okay. Now we know that it is the 29th. So we're going to be moving into a new month. Everybody talks about this. I catch this here and there, right? About like the first of the month ritual and stuff. Got it, right? People are so quick to say, blow cinnamon in your doorway. And I get it, because we're going to get to there. But first, before you tell anyone to blow cinnamon at their door, can you tell them to clean it first? Cleanse their door. Clear it. Clear all the energy out before you blow it in there. Because then you might be in this energy of like where I don't get to, I be blowing cinnamon and I don't get nothing. It's because you ain't clean your door yet. Okay? So we're going to tap into that real quick. I'm going to give you some little pointers on that. All right? So front door protection. You can look this up on your own. I'm just trying to help you out by giving you a little bit more knowledge. Okay? But first of all, you should already know no welcome mats. You can get another mat. You can get different mats, right? Just don't say welcome, right? Now, you can have your mat outside of your doorway, but me personally, I put mine inside the doorway. I know that sounds like, what? Yes, I put my door mat inside my doorway because technically you have to think about it. Especially we have people who drop packages off. Like, we don't really want them in your energy because you're not welcoming them into your home. So you got to be mindful of that. So then also thinking about, for example, you got people that drop food off. Hello, hi, how are you? But basically not having a welcome mat at all. But you can have like a home mat. Me personally, like I said, I put my mat inside my doorway and I don't have it outside of my doorway. Okay. Also, a rosemary plant. A rosemary plant is a very, very beautiful plant. First of all, if you sniff rosemary once, constantly, it helps your thoughts, your brain patterns, they say. But okay, rosemary plants. If you put it next to your doorway, okay, or if you put it outside of your window near your, like where you sleep at, okay? This helps protect your home. It helps remove negative energy. It helps remove jealousy. And also, then once you get the rosemary, it smells good. Also, rosemary, maybe you have like, when you go through sickness and stuff, burning rosemary helps clean out the energy too. Okay, so a lot of people say burn sage. Yes, it's other things that you can burn as well as rosemary. Rosemary is a very, very beautiful thing to burn. But anyway, but also then with the rosemary, you can also use rosemary to clean your doorway. Okay, so you're going to gather rosemary, you're going to wrap it around like with some thread, whatever you can, to wrap your rosemary like a paintbrush, right? You're going to have some moon water. I'm telling you this right now on the 29th so you can be able to do this by the 1st of October. Okay, I'm telling you, people be trying to tell you all these other things, but they don't tell you the first step that you need to do before you can see everything else. And it's more of cleaning, okay? Cleaning the home, praying over your home, you know? So first, with the rosemary, you're going to dip the rosemary in moon water, okay? Then you're going to wipe your doorway down. Don't come at me with no other thing, because even in the biblical days, okay? Even in Moses' day, they even, what they do, they wipe the blood on their doorway to protect their home from evil energies, okay, that was coming in. Because when God had to swipe it out, they had to wipe it out. So here we go. Now with the rosemary, with the moon water, that means get some water, set it outside under the moon, let it sit under the moon, let it get all of that clean energy of the moon, okay? Now the next day, which will be, so I think, what are we on the 30? We got a 31st? No, we don't. I'm sorry. No, we got a 30. So tomorrow, so by tonight, get your moon water, set it out. By the 1st, use that water, get that rosemary, use it, you dip it. Now you're gonna paint the water by praying. Also, you're gonna pray. Whatever prayer you have. Now people do have, they use their biblical levels, like using the Bible, using Psalms, you know, you have different ways, okay? But you're going to pray while you're wiping up your doorway. When you're wiping up your doorway, you're going to keep praying. You're going to pray of all the abundance, everything that you want good coming, flowing in your home. You're going to wipe it up. Now, when you're wiping down, this is up to you. Your home is different from my home. Okay, you have different energy from my energy from home. So it all depends on your direction. Okay, but if you're trying to remove things, you're going to wipe down, okay, with the rosemary, and you're going to dip it. You're going to wipe down with the doorway, and you're going to pray all the things that you want to remove from your home. Like I said, you're going to wipe down. Okay, now if the water is dripping, then you're going to get your broom and you're going to sweep away from your doorway. Try your best to not sweep it near, because you're trying to remove all of it. And while you're doing that, you're going to continue to pray. You're praying, you're releasing. Sometimes you might go into a cry. If that's what it needs to be, let it be. That's energy, because that's energy of other people that's been in your home as well that you're cleaning. It's not just you that's been in your home, right? So you have other friends, you have friends that probably came in your home and they wanted to cry, they couldn't do it. So here you go, you're cleaning off all of that energy. This is before you decide to blow the little beautiful cinnamon in your doorway, okay? I want y'all to really focus on that. Then after you do that, if like for your apartment, if you have an apartment, you clean the doorway, okay? Be cautious of people. I don't want you to burn anyone, or I don't want water in the sink. But also, if you have a home where you can walk around your home, you're going to use that, and you're going to like sprinkle the water, and you're going to pray for protection around your home, okay? You're going to pray for the rooms. When you get to a certain room in your home, like outside the home, you're going to pray over that room. You know, if it's your kid's room, if it's your room, pray for all energies. You know, think about all the, like, for example, the movies that we see. What the energy comes straight from the windows, right? They never come through the door. They come through the window. So think about that. I want y'all to think about that, okay? Now, also, yes, we target that part. So like I said, think about the mats. Like, it's okay to have a mat. If you want to have a welcome mat, put the welcome mat inside your doorway. Welcome the people in your home, not the people that are out of your home. Some people, you got people that's coming and knocking on your door and they got the wrong door. You don't welcome them. They done stepped on your presence. So be clear of that, okay? Now, if you don't, okay. Sorry, love bugs. All right, so if you don't want to do the rosemary, you do have another option as sage. People love sage. Me personally, if you want to use sage, I would love you to use the blood. It's called dragon blood sage. It's the red, a real reddish. I know it sounds weird and stuff. I'm kind of cautious of what I was gonna say, but it is. I can't help what they titled it. But it's a red, like a really dark red sage, okay? Now with that, you can do the same thing. You can sage upward, pray downward, sage around, go into your rooms, go into every room, with the sage, pray over it. You just never know. I understand, like, for example, when I stayed with my mother, and of course I disclosed to her, but because that wasn't her thing, and I can get it. But me personally, I have that strong ability of prayer and certain things, like if you think about it. So you never know what other people are going through in their room. You never know what your spouse is going through on the other side of the bed. You feel me? If you're living with someone, or just think about that. Okay? I really want y'all to really focus in that level. Okay? But anyway, doing the same thing, same way, saging up and down. Okay? Now you can also wipe your door with white vinegar and hot water, or the moon water. Okay? Wiping it, doing a wipe. If you're thinking about the direction, pay attention to the direction of how you're wiping and the direction of how you're doing anything. Okay? That means a lot. Now, after you do that, then you can open your door, and then you can close it. Make sure you close it behind you before then you're ready for your entry of abundance, which is blowing the beautiful cinnamon in your doorway. Okay? Now, that is like little tips for y'all, because some people really didn't know about that. So I'm just letting you know. Okay, anyway, just a little birdie that just went in your little ear. Okay, now also I got this because I've been having shoulder problems, and this also is a good thing. I know people, I don't know if you heard of this, but it's called cat's claw. And look, it's just like and they just shred it. It's actually not a bad flavor. I like it. But I added to my daily tea. This is something that I add on to my daily tea. And I usually put my teas in these, because I be having like a whole bunch of things. I pile up. So yeah, I'll put my tea in something like that. But yes, my daily tea, I add cat's claw. So you're trying to figure out what's cat's claw. Cat's claw also supports your immune system. It reduces inflammation. So like all those, like the sores and stuff like that. Also, it helps with your joints and muscle, because like I was saying, I have my muscles are tight. So I'm just giving you a look, birdie. Also, if you're trying to repair your gut, like gut health, cat's claw is good as well. And then it also helps protect and repair your cells. It supports your blood pressure. So if you have blood pressure issues, okay, and it helps also blood circulation, and it's also a good blood purifier for those people who are going through those chronic diseases, and that means a little bit more in depth, more on a sexual level, and on medical level. This helps as well. Okay, it helps manage your chronic disease. It doesn't say that it gets rid of it, but it says it helps manage chronic disease. Okay. Gonna snatch my thing. Okay, so then I did put some cards, so I hope that those little messages taps in for y'all. Now I did put some cards for you as well. Now we could be having like I said, you have a younger energy, you have children, probably 3 to 11, their age range, or I'm feeling like by 11 years old, because it says teach your kids how to save, or teach younger individuals how to save. Or you thought about this before, like I don't really, I didn't know how to save when I was younger, and maybe you're trying to learn how to do it right now at this current time. And then I have the card leadership. Leadership is confirming off of the teaching your kid how to save. So also you probably be seeing the shout out to the parents that are doing that. I love that. I would never thought about that, but as far as in buying your kids, like they have to buy things in the home, just teaching them how to pay rent and stuff. It seems like why would you do it? But I really personally feel like that's a good thing. Okay, we got like all types of I don't like it. Okay, and then entities. Okay, so entities more of like so then it says a negative energy is amongst you or someone around you. So remember I was telling you that you have to clear out your energy. Okay, and this is coming from I'm feeling the energy. Something's going to come in where it's going to put you in a high level element where you're going to have to be the leader. You're going to have to take control of this situation. Okay, maybe your kids are spending money kind of freely, or it's more like you paying attention to your budget and your money flow, and you're realizing your money's being spent otherwise. Okay, now then my next card that I do have, and this is coming in money levels. Okay, so money is establishing your goals. Okay, so you're trying to figure out, and then you got the tree energy. When I think of a tree, I'm thinking of stability, stand firm. All right, so it says wise counsel. Okay, so maybe you're getting some ideas or some good resources going to be coming in your way. Okay, as far as or maybe you just need to start taking leadership. Maybe you're sitting back and waiting for other people to come and give you stuff. You're going to have to take leadership in this and go head forward. Okay, so yeah. Yep. Okay, so then it says remember your dreams. Okay, so you could have a dream where this dream that you had it could have been a long time ago. Okay, where now it's telling you to stand firm with it. Plant your seed, grow from it. Okay, walk through this door. This is going to be something like a wish come true. Your dreams are going to be coming true. Okay, and it says like your higher self, giving yourself guidance. Okay, so just tapping into yourself. Okay, never, because it's saying establish your goals. So maybe you need to focus on your goals. Okay, you have a lot of people. Maybe you take leadership into a lot of things, and sometimes when we take leadership into things, we don't think about we don't think about ourselves. We think about other people. We start pouring into other people, and it's time for us to pour into ourselves too. Okay, so that's one thing about it. Maybe you are the leader of the pack. You are head of household. You run your household. Okay, but then it says look into a loan that can help you get or buy a house. So I did talk about apartments. So maybe you're tired of living in an apartment, you want to buy a house, or maybe you're tired of living in a house and you're ready to go into an apartment. I ran into a lot of people that was like that, where they were tired of living in their home. They were tired of maintaining it, because it takes a lot to be a homeowner, So yeah, but anyway, it says quick results. So maybe you're trying to, and they got the bunny. So bunny is like fertility, growing up and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm feeling the energy of like harvesting, because a bunny can lay a lot of eggs. So having putting all your eggs in one basket situation. So maybe I'm feeling like you've been focused on getting loans, and you've been focused on relying on other people. You might need to go take yourself outside of that and move a little faster, in a faster pace, because you got built up mucus. It could be congested as well, but more of like it could be a whole bunch of things built up. You're trying to figure out why your loan's not going through, or why a home's not going through as processed, because they got a lot of things built up right now, and you're waiting for quick results, and quick results is not coming in. You could be trying to get an apartment or a home, like a new home, and it's like a delay at this current time. Maybe the delay is you just need to start clearing out your energy, doing what I was speaking of earlier, clearing out the energy of your old home if you're ready for the new home, bringing into that abundance energy. Okay, but it says move swiftly. It says realize your dreams. So that's also understanding, remembering your dreams. So you dream, if you see something, it's going to come intuition, if you think it, and then we got potential. We got potential energy as well. And then black and white as well. So more of, it's potential here. It's potential for this apartment. It's a potential situation as far as in things going to come through as that loan. Maybe you got to start setting goals for yourself. Maybe you're setting goals. Your kids are watching you. Your kids are watching you set goals, saving up. They see that you're working. They're proud of you. They don't say it, but they're proud of you. They watch you, Maybe they see that, you have things built up. Maybe your kids are paying attention to things. I know when I was younger, I paid attention to a lot of people around my mother, or just like the energy that was around her. So it could be someone around you that's younger, that's actually paying attention to the other people around you. So be mindful of that. So they could be trying to give you like a heads up or something. Okay. Take heed to it. Don't, just take a little, make it be like a little message to you. Okay. Maybe something gonna happen in October. Or you trying to move out by October? You got to move by October. Okay, let's see. Okay, so maybe you're overwhelmed, this leadership, because it's saying healing. Okay, so maybe you're overwhelmed with just being running ahead of household. Like I said, trying to run a business as well. Trying to maintain. Maybe you have restless nights. You don't get to sleep the way you need to. It feel like you have like, it's more of like, it's not a lot of people pouring into you more than you pouring into them. So I need you to pay attention to that as well. Okay. Okay. So then, so you could have a dream that kind of triggers you, kind of wakes you up into an energy. This dream, I'm feeling like this dream is going to give you some wisdom. You're going to get some knowledge out of this dream. Okay. Like it's going to be worth experiencing this dream, even though it's going to be a trigger. It might cause a trauma. It might wake up a trauma that you went through that was very painful. Okay, you might shed a couple of tears through this. It could have been a trauma with your family as well. You could have had trauma with a sibling. You could have had like a falling out with a sibling. I'm feeling that energy as well. So maybe like, what, you and your sibling, y'all are years apart from each other. Maybe they were like a teenager or about to be a teenager. Maybe, or you started over. You're gonna start over. You have kids you have teenagers already, and you're gonna find out you're pregnant. Oh, okay. Well, you deserve it. Just to let you know, you deserve it. Okay, maybe that's the reason why the bunny quick results. Maybe you're gonna go into the doctor, a little overwhelming. Someone gonna go into the doctor thinking they sick, and you're gonna find out you're pregnant. Or you're gonna find out that you got some built up mucus. It's gonna be there for at least 9 months type, maybe like that. They might, you might have this baby probably by spring. If you find out if you find out you're pregnant now, you could have this baby by spring, because the rabbit is like springtime, and then that's probably where, when you have the baby, you're gonna be like, dang, we got to get a bigger home. So now you're gonna start moving into that. You deserve every last bit of this. Okay, it's gonna be open, arms open. Maybe you went through a trauma stage. You had to start taking leadership. You had to start being a little bit more wiser than your norm. You wasn't used to that at first. Okay, so you had to grow into this energy. Okay, But things could be a little bit overwhelming. I can get that, you know. Be mindful of your overwhelming energy, okay? Because sometimes it could not be you, okay? It could be more of you're dealing with so many different energies that you're gravitating, and you're not stable at this current time. Okay, now we did roll some dice already. Like I said, I'm trying to do something different. I don't want to trying to cut into my time. But yeah, so I had rolled the dice and it was 11. You got 3. So I also looked into, I was feeling the third house energy. Third house energy is more of communication, sibling, traveling, short term. So maybe you want to travel short distance. Maybe you want to take, like I said, you just overwhelmed. You need a little vacay, a weekend vacay, you know, somewhere short, like a short travel, not too far, 2 hours, 4 hours, maybe, you know, it's up to you based on your personal distance and depends on where you live, you know, but doing that, you could be, thinking about doing early education, or you are an early educator. Okay, so you could be in nursing school, kindergarten teacher, or you are dealing with like preschool. Like I said, someone's starting over, so maybe you got to start looking into daycares. Maybe you realizing like this baby got to go into daycare. This is too much. Okay, so maybe this mother is starting to feel this at the same time. Okay, maybe you got to teach your kids how to start saving. Okay, so we have 3 children, but one of your children is like 11 years old. Okay, or you have a 9-year-old child, November the 3rd also, or in 3 years. Okay, then I also had the dice Jupiter. Jupiter is abundance, wisdom, growth, and expansion and opportunity. Okay, so maybe something's going to come in opportunity ways. Something could happen October the 3rd, November the 3rd as well, like I was saying, or March the 11th. This could be your due date as well because of that fertility feeling that I was feeling. Okay, so, or your birthday is the 3rd or the 11th. Okay, then we got my fortunes. Also, I got Leo energy and the Aries along with Capricorn that came out. So, with our fortune, it says with faith, anything is possible. So maybe you didn't think that you'll be able to get this home or this loan, but with all the faith, you deserve every last bit of it. So you might, or maybe something's going to come in spring, like springtime. It's the best time to apply for a certain loan. Okay, you might find this out. Okay, or in wintertime. But it has to, you gotta put your foot out. Don't rely on other people to get you where you need to. Okay, that's what I'm feeling as well. Maybe that's where that trauma is. You relied on so many people, and then they end up putting the sword in your goddamn. Someone, you know, they say don't bite the hand that feeds you. It's that type of energy with this one. Like someone bit the hand that fed them. It could have been a family member because of that, you know, the tree energy. You could find out through a dream, or it's like a deja vu type of feeling. Okay, but it says with faith, anything is possible. The numbers I have here, this could be your birthday. This could be years. This could be numbers that you're seeing. Okay, this could be your age as well. 31, 49, 24, 37, 18, and 32. Okay, then we got another one. I like my fortunes. I get excited when I be getting these fortunes. And it'd be so funny because like my family is they know that I be liking these now. So they be getting them. So I be like, yeah, let me throw them in here for y'all. But okay. It says Monday. What is it? It's Monday. It's so blurry, but it says Monday. Mondays are building blocks of your dreams. Didn't we just talk about dreams? Ooh, I love it. It says lay them strong, because I didn't open the fortunes, so I kept them closed so I can see them with you. But it says Mondays are building blocks. Okay, so it's more like setting foundations, growing, like building up. Maybe make Mondays your foundation days. Okay, make Mondays your money day. You get what I'm saying? Make Mondays the productive day. You know, make Mondays the potential day. Like, or maybe you just don't do Mondays either. So do Tuesday. However, pick one day. Just pick one day. Okay. And it says lay them strong. So something's going to come in that's going to come in very flourish. Okay. And it's going to be worth your while. Okay. Now you're just going to have to set some boundaries. Maybe you're going to have to go into your childlike energy, right? And, have these big hopes. Because as a kid, we had faith in anybody. Anyone that said something, they told us they were going to buy us a gift. Guess what? As a kid, we expect them to buy that gift, right? And then we kept tripping about we won't say tripping. I mean, we'll say that now as an adult, but it'll be like, we will be like, what happened to that gift? What happened to that gift? So maybe it's that energy that they want you to hold on to those dreams. Don't delay those dreams. Don't feel as though those dreams are like something to put away. No, they're not. Hold on to those dreams, okay? All right, so now the numbers I have here: 43, 38, 29, 23, 10, and 2. Okay? So I love the energy here. We could have like someone having a baby, Capricorn, or Aries, or a Leo. Could be finding this out, I don't think this person's a little excited about it. But yeah. But yes, that was your Monday message, okay? Cleaning that energy, making sure we clean around the home, along with our home, our home, which is our sanctuary, okay? Now, when it comes down to moving up those goals, set goals for yourself, establish them, write them down if you got to, put them in the calendar, on your little calendar if you got to remind you got this goal. What's your next steps? By next month, these are the goals that we're going to make. So we got 29th. We got enough time right now to write down what we want to do by the end of next month. Because next month, we want something different. We want some new changes, okay? Maybe we're ready to release, be in that leadership, be wise, want things to come in very fast, like energy, okay? Because you deserve every last bit of it. You are going to see the rainbow at the end of your tunnel. At the end of your tunnel, okay? You deserve every last bit of it. And that's under the fact of it saying that things are going to be quick results, okay? Something's going to be very quick. Or maybe y'all going to be fucking like rabbits. Maybe someone's a little quickie. Someone could be built up as well. But anyway, until next time. My name is Deasia, Dreams, Desires, Ascensions, the DDA tribe. I do hope that you like it here. So subscribe. Until next time. Bye.